So many people are wondering what is going to be the spark that causes Shiba Inu to set a new all-time high? What is going to take us to that point? So this was a question from a community member, Anil Panada. Hopefully I said that right. He said, "Hey bro, thanks for always being open in terms of sharing information, but I could see a major problem in terms of Shiba Inu coin for this bull market. In the previous bull market cycle, the price jump was only because of the 410 trillion burn. But from that point, we have not gotten any major burns in the trillions. Also, the dev team is not being clear and open, and not much progress results in the same price point. Could you please share your analysis on this?" And then he also asked, "Do we really see some new all-time high in this bull market for Shiba Inu, and how high can we go?" So here's the thing. When we look back at the charts for Shib here, we actually did not get this initial surge because of the burn from Vitalik. That actually happened during this time. Really, what got things going in May of 2021 was the listing on Binance. A big major exchange listing providing tons of liquidity for Shiba Inu sent price surging. Then during this time, I believe it was right in the middle of May, that's when Vitalik did his major burn, which, believe it or not, really did not have that much of an impact in terms of price. Then we fast forward here until September. This is actually when we were listed on Coinbase, which really didn't, do a whole lot for price either. So what was actually that point that really got this dynamic shifting where price really surged up to these levels before making a stab to what the all-time high is, that 4088? What it had to do was actually liquidity. If you guys take a look at what the flows into exchanges were, you can see there was a ton of SHIB that flowed into exchanges back in May of 2021. Then it kind of dwindled and things were pretty flat. And it wasn't until September when we actually started seeing Shiba Inu removed from exchanges. So upside liquidity or available SHIB in the market was being removed at a very high rate. Once we actually saw us extending to all-time highs in terms of BTC and other alts across the space, obviously SHIB liquidity is something that gets drugged with it. But the problem is when you have all this SHIB that is actually removed as in terms of availability from the market, price can move to the upside easier. This is what I've said time and time again. And look at what happened here. When this major amount of SHIB was removed from exchanges, that's when price was able to freely flow to the upside. Okay. And then obviously we hit the height of the bull market. Everything started coming down and correcting along with BTC, and it just was what it was. Now you can see that since then, even up through 2022, there wasn't a whole lot of movement in terms of SHIB in exchanges. Now, what we've seen systematically over time here, and I've tried to highlight it from time to time, is that we are seeing large quantities of Shiba Inu removed from exchanges. The thing is, we have to get out of these lower levels of liquidity before we start seeing that impact. The amount of SHIB, this is why I've talked about supply crunch before and supply shortage and supply shock when it comes to Shiba Inu, and people have laughed and said, "Oh my God, there's hundreds of trillions of coins." Guys, it doesn't matter. This is what the data shows, all right? When there is not enough SHIB in the market to facilitate the demand, the price is going to surge to the upside, all right? Now think about what's going to happen here as we get further on in the market cycle. All right. New people entering the space. Shiba Inu's got huge optics. It's a coin that is cheap, right? It's got a very low price point compared to some other coins. And because of that, it's a natural gateway to crypto. All right. So you culminate that with having low liquidity available on exchanges. What do you think price is going to do? It's going to likely surge. All right. That is how we break past the all-time high. That is how we set new all-time highs. All right. I've been very vocal, in case you were wondering. I've been very vocal about my projection. I think that we can get all the way up to 201 in this market cycle, basically a little over 10x from the prior all-time high, which means obviously SHIB has huge potential if we do hit that point. It means it's 100x from where we're at currently. As always, this is not financial advice. But the market dynamics are going to be very different when we get into a bull market cycle. We're seeing kind of the early signs of that shift. And right now, there's just not a whole lot of buzz in the market in the first place. We talked about obviously spot Bitcoin ETFs and the impact that those can have on the market. Guys, that's another gateway to crypto. I mean, there's so much capital that's going to be flowing in during this market cycle. I mean, when we look at what the global market cap right now is $1.7 trillion in terms of the entire crypto market, it's supposed to be over 10 trillion by the end of this market cycle. That is a major drastic shift. And guess what? Some of that is going to spill over to Shiba Inu. It doesn't matter whether it's SHIB, doesn't matter whether it's bum F nowhere coin, right? It doesn't matter. Almost every single coin is going to experience, apart from the scam coins, right, are going to experience good movements to the upside. Okay. And as always, this is not financial advice. Your guys, we're basically here in the easiest time in crypto. We're here as we're entering mass adoption, as we're entering global adoption and big institutional interest. And all these things are going to play a very, very big impact into the market in terms of prices. Okay. Now, as far as the dev team, remember, this dev team is not the Shiba Inu dev team. It has nothing to do with the coin itself. It has nothing to, guys, Shib is decentralized. It's a renowned smart contract. It cannot be altered in any way by this dev team. This dev team is an independent community development team that is trying to build something separate from Shiba Inu, but incorporate some of Shib into it. That's all it is. And yes, that might cause a little steam to come out of this run here. It may have dissuaded some people from getting into Shib, whatever, right? The thing is many of the people that are going to get into Shib over time, they have no idea who the hell these people are. They don't care. All right. So that's kind of the point I wanted to make here. We have a lot of great positive things ahead. And if Shib keeps flowing out of exchanges the way that it is in preparation for the long run, like remember, many people have a long-term mindset when it comes to Shib. It's the longest held coin in all of crypto, longest average hold time, guys. And that is going to play to our benefit over time. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Show your support below. Let me know your thoughts. Hope you guys have a great one, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.